China is fast becoming the land of opportunity for many skilled professionals. So today we want to take a look at some of the fastest growing industries in China. Many industries are growing rapidly in China, but we wanted to highlight these industries. Let's get started with number 5. If it's green, China wants it. That's right. The first industry we are talking about is green technologies. Currently, China is the largest producer of solar energy in the world, hitting over 77 gigawatts of solar power capacity at the end of 2016. And under China's 13th five-year plan, China aims to have 110 gigawatts of solar capacity installed by 2020. Also, China is the biggest producer of wind power, installing 23.3 gigawatts of wind power turbines in 2016 to reach a total capacity of 169 gigawatts. China plans to have 250 gigawatts of wind power capacity by 2020 and 495 gigawatts by 2030. And to top it off, China is now the world's largest electric vehicle market, registering 352,000 new electric vehicles in 2016. China's auto market is also the world's largest, and electric vehicles now represent about 1.2% of the total market, which means there is plenty of room to grow. These three green fields are just the tip of the iceberg. China is also investing in green buildings, recyclables, biofuels, vertical farming, and more. Total investment in pollution prevention alone is expected to reach 1.2 to 1.5 trillion US dollars over 2016-2020 period. This means green tech will be one of the fastest growing industries over the next few years. According to the latest report from McKinsey, China's healthcare market is projected to grow at an unprecedented compound annual growth rate of about 12%, which is why we have it at number 4 on our list. Healthcare spending in China is expected to nearly triple, reaching 1 trillion US dollars by 2020, up from 357 billion US dollars in 2011. The government has decided to take major steps towards improving the local healthcare infrastructure by approving a blueprint called Healthy China 2030, pledging to build a healthy China in the next 15 years. By 2030, the size of the healthcare market is expected to reach 2.3 trillion US dollars. This means the demand for highly skilled professionals is exploding. Right now, healthcare service providers and companies working in healthcare sector are seeing a major increase in demand, which makes it one of the fastest growing industries in China. This next one on our list might not be reaching the trillions of dollars, but it is growing fast. Number 3 is drones. According to China's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, the country's civilian unmanned aerial vehicle industry is expected to rise 40% year-on-year on average to about 9 billion US dollars by 2020, and by 2025 the market value could be tripled to around 27 billion US dollars. Popular Chinese drone manufacturer DJI is currently leading the charge with consumer drones. But as more people find different uses for drones, we will see incredible growth rates. Look up, because this industry is flying fast. China in recent years has made it clear it wants to be the global leader in AI technology, which means number 2 on our list is the artificial intelligence industry. According to a report, policymakers want the AI industry to generate more than 59 billion US dollars of output per year by 2025. Key development areas include AI software and hardware, intelligent robotics and vehicles, virtual reality and augmented reality. Right now, China is playing catch-up with the rest of the world, which means many companies, government organizations and universities are working hard to reach this lofty output goal. That makes this one of the fastest growing industries in China. Tech companies from Baidu to Tencent and from startups to incubators are working on AI, which is causing a major boom in the industry. With a strong government push, these companies will help reach China's goal and most likely become global leaders by 2045. Going hand in hand with AI is our final industry, robotics. The government has recently released the Robotics Industry Development Plan, a 5-year plan to rapidly expand the country's industrial robotics sector. By 2020, China wants to be able to manufacture at least 100,000 industrial robots annually. By the end of the next decade, the country wants to be producing 400,000 industrial robots annually. This is a massive undertaking, but according to the International Federation of Robots, China is already home to the biggest share of robots, a global market worth about $30 billion. It is currently ranked the #1 sales market for industrial robots, with the United States coming in at #4. The report shows that China will likely represent 40% of the total worldwide sales for robots by 2019, an increase from 27% in 2015. On top of being the largest market in the world, the country would now like to flip the script and produce in-country more of the industrial robots it needs in a variety of economic sectors. By 2020, the government wants more than 50% of the total robotic sales volume to be filled by robots made in China by Chinese companies. That means more than 20% of the total global robotics market will need to be produced in China, making this one of the fastest growing industries in China. What do you think of China's fastest growing industries? What industry would you add to this list? Leave a comment below and be sure to subscribe for more interesting China videos in the future.